Hi everyone, Chef from Outdoors in the Low Countries. Now I was working with my jigsaw, the Bosch PST 58 PE. It's already a very old saw, but still working very good. And suddenly I saw these parts lying on the ground. Generally when parts are lying on the ground, that's not good. So they're very small parts, so I was very lucky that I saw them lying. When I was on rough terrain, I most probably wouldn't have seen them. So I was very curious if they indeed came from the jigsaw. And this little part should have been in this location. And it's the guide roller, and its function is that it takes the horizontal force when using the saw, especially the thicker materials. The force in this direction during sawing can be quite high, and the guide roller is taking up this force. And as a result, the bending moment of the saw onto the motor of this machine is much smaller, which of course helps to increase the lifetime of this jigsaw significantly. Now, apart from reducing the bending moment onto the motor of the jigsaw, the blade roller also has some other important functions that ensure smooth and accurate cutting of the saw blade, because it helps to keep the jigsaw blade stable during operation by providing lateral support, and thereby preventing the blade from bending or twisting. And especially this can happen during cutting of thicker and harder materials. And it also helps to maintain the blade's vertical alignment, which is very important for detailed and precision work, and thereby minimizes the chance of the blade wandering off the intended cutting line. And because of the guide roller, the blade will have a less chance of bending or snapping during cutting, and as a result also thereby extending the lifespan of the blade. So it's clearly that it's very important that we put this guide roller back into the jigsaw. Now I have this saw already for more than 30 years, did a lot of projects with it, and it came with the box, and I still have all the manuals and all the parts still with it. I like the tool with a box because then I can easily put it away, and also it keeps everything clean from dust and everything. And it also ensures that your tools will be in good shape even after so many years of using it. So I looked on the internet to see if there are still spare parts available for this machine, but apparently it's already that old that no spare parts are available anymore, especially for the guide roller and the small pen and the locking of it. So we have to do it in a different way, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is to remove the saw so we have better access and we will not hurt our hands while working on it. There we go. So we're also going to remove this bracket so we have better access to this small part, because it's a very small thing you have to mount. And we can do that by removing those Allen keys. So let's do that. So now we have proper access. And it's also important to know that this little pen only fits in one direction. So it won't fit in this direction, but it does fit in that direction. And the locking of the axis is done by this very small E-clip retaining ring, and on the other side that one is missing. And that one I couldn't find back because it's a very small ring and I really didn't have a clue when I lost it. Now, in order to prevent the pen from falling out again, I need of course to also lock it at the small side of the pen, and these E-clip retainer rings are very general and standardized, and they are very easy to get online. And a box like this with many different sizes in it is very cheap and well available on the internet. So let's now also determine what size we need to have. So it's a 2mm clip that we need to put on this. Well, this box goes from 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a lot of sizes, and the one we need to have is a 2mm clip. Is this one. So this is the part we need to add. So let's now put it together. The roller seems to be symmetric, so it doesn't matter which side is where. There we have it, and now we have to put on the ring, the retainer ring. And that will be something we need to do very carefully. I will use these pliers to put it on. That's it. So that was an easy job. Let's put the bracket back. Don't overdo it. You will only damage it. Let's also put the saw back in. Make sure it's nice in a good direction. There we go. The roller is back in again. The saw has been repaired for only a few cents because these boxes are very cheap, like a few dollars or euros. So to make sure that everything is fixated correctly, let's also do a quick test. So you can see it works good. So the test has gone well, no problem at all with using it under the different settings of the saw. No problem at all, so the guide roller works again. So you see how easy it is to repair a system like this. So I hope it works again for another 30 years. I don't want to think how old I am by then, but nevertheless, it's good to have it running again. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time here in the locale.